Hey, what is going on everybody? ScottDogGaming here. Thank you very much for joining us. As you can see, we are about to start playing a new game. This game is called Factory Town now. There's a couple of things I need to point out about this game. It is extremely early alpha, as you can see up in the top there. This game is available with a Steam page. However, that's pretty much it at this moment in time. You can join the Discord, as you can see below. You can check it out on Steam. If you do check it out on Steam, if you like the look of this, please go and add it to your wish list, just so the developer gets an idea of the feedback and the interest in the game. It looks like it's a one-man team. Eric was kind enough to send me a key. So if you do like this, I'd really like you to just go over to the Discord, show him some love, show your appreciation for the game, and let him know that you're interested in it. What is the game? The game, I guess the best way I can describe it is kind of a town builder. I'm doing inverted commas, but a town builder with FACTORIO based elements, which sounds very weird, but I'll explain as we go. Few things also to bear in mind. This game has a lot of placeholder graphics. A lot of it is sort of just placeholder. Some of it looks really cute actually, and I really like the style, but some of those graphics will be updated. There is no sounds in the game at this moment in time whatsoever, so I'm sitting here in silence, which is a little unnerving, so that any music you hear is from me. Not from me obviously, but I've chosen to put it in the video, and if you don't like it, I apologise, that's my fault. Let's get started with a new game. So we get to choose a different size map depending on where we want to go, and then we can choose a different type of biome. So I'm just going to zoom out so you can have a little look. This is the medium map. Obviously if we press generate here, we're going to see a larger map. Now all these things on this map are resources. We've got some iron, some mana, some stones, some trees, all sorts of resources here to choose from. I don't know what half of it does. I've played for a little while just to get an understanding of the controls and the very basics of the game, but other than that, no idea what anything really does. But we need to figure out where to start. So I'm just going to quickly show you some of the other map types. Now, terraforming is an option in this game, but it does cost money. So starting on a flat location is quite key, but as you can see, there's sort of mountains and lakes. There's I won't show you all of these, but volcanic islands, which looks like it would almost be impossible, but I think we're going to go with the plains and rivers. So let's auto generate, then let's quickly go to auto place base off. And I quite like this location here. It's quite square. It's got food, it's got stone, it's got earthstone and firestone, whatever they are, trees, mana, airstone. So lots of bits and pieces. There's some herbs over here, but we may need more of those. But I think we'll start over here. So let's create the world. So that's going to go away and create this big world for us. We probably don't need a large world, but I didn't notice too much issue in the game I was playing with having a larger world. So I think this is a good place to start. Okay, so what do we need to do? We need to build our base. So as you can see, there's a grid here. We can also see how flat the land is, and that becomes really important as you go on through the game. So let's build our base. Where do we want our base? Our base is a good place to collect all of the resources. So I think having it here is probably a good idea. Okay, now as you can see, we've got our little civilians. I do like their little eyes. Again, placeholder graphics. I don't know if the style is going to stay or are they going to change too much. So what we can do is we can assign our workers to go and collect things. So as you can see at the moment, we've got these little symbols saying they're waiting instructions. I can click on one and drag over here, and then right click and drag back over here to say I want you to go and collect wood and then bring it back to the base. We're going to get him to do the same. This is stone, so we're going to get this dude to come over here, collect some stone and bring it back. And I think we might do the same with you. You're going to come and collect some stone, bring it back over here. So we're gathering wood and we're gathering stone. So these guys are going to pick it up. I do like the little animations. as they walk to and from. And as you can see in our base, we've got 19 wood and 3 stone already. So next it wants us to build a house. Okay, so houses are where our little civilians are going to live. I don't really know where we want to build them. I don't know where's good. Maybe over here. It's a little way away, but I don't know if that's too much of an issue or not. We are going to have to get some resources here, so maybe we'll build them here. Okay, so there's one house. Can I build another? I can. We're going to put a second one down here. Okay, so we've now got some houses, so we can create some more workers. So I'm going to buy a couple. There we go. So it created a worker. Supply house. Now if I click on the house, it will tell me that they want some food. Now at the moment the only food we can get is grain. So if I click on you and tell you to come here, and I click on you and tell you to, oh, hold on. Oh no. If I click on you and tell you to come here, we should end up with our 2 workers heading off, getting grain, bringing it to houses. Now what you'll notice is the houses just gave us some gold, and the reason for that is we're supplying them with a product. So they're now grabbing food, bringing it to the houses, and the houses will pay. So what we're now going to do is just build a little path over here and maybe one just here. And what you'll notice from this is the workers walk far quicker on these paths. Okay, build a lumber mill. So now what we're going to start doing is turning our wood into lumber. Now as you can see, we've got some houses. What that's done is increased our population capacity. So over here we are going to go to building and lumber mill. I think I'm going to turn this round slightly and put it over here. Okay, and then I'm going to grab another couple of workers. So 1, 2. Oh, we can't afford him just yet. We've got too many workers. We need another house. So let's just quickly grab one. And I can't build that just yet. I think I need some more money. So what I want you to do is go here and bring this here. So our worker is going to grab some wood and bring it over here. And what that's going to do is when he's got 2 bits of wood, it's going to turn it into 1 plank. And then we're going to need someone to bring wood or planks from here to the base. Can we afford a house yet? 15 wood. We can. So I'm going to build it here. What I'm going to do quickly is just build another path. I want these paths to be a couple wide, I think. Lovely. And one over here. Okay. And then maybe we'll just get one. We can't afford it. Rubbish. Okay, so what we need to do now we've got another house, is just build another worker, which we can do. We'll get a couple, and we'll say, you, come here, collect the planks, and bring them here. And we'll get you, I guess, collecting some stone and bringing it over here for the time being. This dude's just standing still because we're full of wood at the moment. That sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. We've got maximum wood in our lumber mill, but now we're getting planks delivered by this little dude here. He's grabbing the planks and bringing them over. Can I quickly build a... Come on, there we go, nice. So he's got a little route to walk. Job done. Okay, now there's a couple more things that we could think about doing. Upgrade a house, we should do that. So if I click on upgrade over here, it takes 10 coins, 5 planks of wood, job done. And now if we want to upgrade it some more, we're going to need some cloth. However, you can also see our capacity has increased. Now what they're going to want is food and planks of wood. Now what we could do is we could grab our worker that we just had, so one of you, and say, come over here. What I want you to do is come here, grab these planks of wood. Oh, hold on. Come here, grab these planks of wood, take them to this house. Now, as you can see, we're starting to get more gold because these guys are getting the supplies that they need. This guy hasn't got any food. Oh, we messed up the food scenario. However, we can fix that by going to buildings and market. So we're going to need 10 planks of wood. So I think we're going to be there or thereabouts. If we go into buildings and say market, now we need to find somewhere where we can put this, where everything is getting supplied. And it's easier said than done, that. But over here is there's just not quite enough room for everything we're trying to put down. So you can see this greenhouse here is in the reach of the market. Whereas if I move it over here, it's going to get all of them. So I think what I'm going to do, can't quite get all of them from here. If I put it here, I can. So I think I'm going to remove this path. So I think if I go into paths and then right click, it will remove any paths that we've got around here. Path, footpath. So I think now we can go into build, market, and if I put this here, as you can see, we're reaching all these houses now. What can we do from there? We can do a couple of things. I'm just going to unpause this for a second. We're going to say to you, what we actually want you to do is come here, grab lumber, and bring it here. Okay. So now what you'll see is when lumber comes to the market, it will automatically distribute to any house in the area. So what I would like now is, I know you're collecting food. I want you to come here and then bring grain here. For you, I know you're collecting grain. I want you to come here. Oh, come here, collect grain, bring it over here. Okay. So these guys are now collecting stone. This house should now be getting food. As we said, they needed supplies. They're now getting supplies. Just going to upgrade this house again. And I think we'll upgrade this one as well. So now they're all reaching a certain level and all being supplied by this here. Now, what we could also do with is more lumber being produced and being sent to the base, because it's going to take lumber to build things. But currently, all of our lumber is being used by this guy here. But what it's also suggesting is to build a grain mill. Grain mills can turn grain into flour, and that earns more gold. It also provides more supply. So I think that's important. So let's go grain mill. We're going to need some more lumber. So short term, I'm going to stop you taking lumber here, and I'm going to get you, I'm going to stop you taking lumber here. I'm going to get you to come here, grab lumber, and just quickly whiz it over here, because we're going to build up our supplies. That's going to make these houses a little unhappy, but actually if we can get the lumber in, we can build the grain mill, and I think that's going to be really, really useful. So we just need the 10. So this guy has got his work cut out for him at the moment. He's traveling to and from this place. Now, we could think about a second lumber mill, maybe down here, and just supplying that. I think that might be a good idea. How are we looking? We've got 4 at the moment. Let's come in here, buildings, lumber mill, and then we can quickly just, I'd like to move it a little way away, I think. Put it here maybe. Okay, now we're going to get you bringing the wood from here to here. I'm going to get you bringing the lumber from here to here. Perfect. 7 lumber, so we are getting there. Almost a grain mill territory. Okay, this guy's standing still. What's up? Are we full of food over here? Is that what the problem is? No, I don't think so. What's wrong, mate? Not entirely sure what's wrong with him. Okay, so yeah, we're just waiting for planks to be delivered. So there's probably a benefit of having 2 people here doing this, putting planks of wood in, so we're always, in fact, let's grab another worker quickly and say, if you, oh crap, that is not what I meant to do. Okay, let's get some of these out of the way. That was an error. Okay, let's get you coming over here. I can't click on them, there's too many people here. Coming over here and bringing wood here. You the sleepy one? Let's get you over here. Okay, I think we're going to do something similar, but we're going to say to you, come and grab this, bring this down here. And I think what we'll say to you actually is grab the lumber. Stop. You come over here, grab lumber, bring it here. Okay, so now this is getting lumber again. We've got plenty of lumber in here. I think we'll stop you if we can. There's too many people already. And have you coming back here. Okay, this is good. And then we've got these 2 dudes. Now, what are we going to do with these? I think we're going to set up a granary, which we kind of knew we were going to do anyway, a grain mill. And we're going to put that over here, I guess, or down. I guess we could put it down here, but it's a long walk to... Let's put it here, actually. Let's put it over here, because I think this will be quite cool to show you something as well. So what I want you to do is come and collect this. What I want you to do is collect grain, bring it over here. Now, these guys are waiting because we've got one worker working over here. We could think about getting another house because we haven't got any cloth. So if we go to buildings and houses, can I squeeze another house in here somewhere? If I do, you're not going to be connected to the market. I could get one over here. Is that connected? That's connected. We can get that over there. Lovely. And then we can quickly upgrade it. Perfect. So we've got people coming over here, grabbing grain. This is making grain and then bringing it over here. Now, sell flour. So we've got grain going in and being sold. So what we could potentially do is stop one of these guys, get you going here and going over there. Is he getting grain? They're both getting grain, okay. So now what's happening is we've got people collecting grain, bring it over here, and then the flour's being delivered over here. How much grain does it? It takes 3, okay. So let's get one more of you guys, you, coming over here, collecting this, taking it over there. Perfect. So now we should have 3 people doing this, which should mean we've got a constant supply of grain going to and from. I mean, at the moment, to be fair, we've got 8 grain in here supplying all these houses, so we're not doing too bad. Okay, so what else can we do? What else can we do to benefit us here? What we could do is think about, now you can produce flour, bring enough grain to the mill to produce flour, job done. Okay, so we can build a workshop. So if we go into build and menu, and we can come down here to workshop. Now, where are we going to put this one, I wonder? Can we spin this round here? We can, okay. So the workshop's slightly different in what it does. The workshop will allow us to make wooden wheels, cloth conveyors, books, or cloth. Now we can't make cloth because we haven't got wool, and we can't make books because we haven't got paper or leather, and we can't make cloth conveyors because we haven't got wheels. So we're going to start with wheels. What we're going to do is say you. I would really like you, maybe you, now we've got people over here, to come over here. Come here. It's a little bit difficult to select people when you've got other people on the thing. Come here, grab this, take it here. So hopefully they take it in turns. I'm not sure if they do. Yeah, perfect. So he's grabbing one, then he's grabbing one. So we should be okay here. This is full of grain, and grain is over here. Now, I wonder. We can make some stuff. Now, one thing I haven't quite figured out is how we do this. I don't think we're going to be able to do it, in fact. So I think what we want is wheels to be made rather quickly. Yeah, so we're waiting for lumber. What we could do with you is say, come here for a second. Come here. Hello. Hello. You. Come here. Come over this way. Grab lumber. Bring it over here. So we're going to steal from our main supply, but we're starting to get wheels now. What wheels can do is build wagons. So we need 4 wheels. So I get the feeling we only need 1 more right now. There we go. We got 4 wagons. So if I go back into the workers, what? Why can't I make it? Why can't I make this? We got 5 wheels now. Is it because the wheels need to be? Okay, could be this. So let's quickly go into workers, grab a worker, put you down here, and say you come here, grab wheels, take them here. Could be this. I'm not sure. So we've got 1 wheel, 2 wheels, 3 wheels, 4 wheels. Can I now go in here and build a wagon? I can. Perfect. So what we're going to do with our wagon is stop you, so you can come over here and say to the wagon, go here, collect grain, bring it here. Where is it going? Come back. Struggled a little bit with pathfinding there. Come here, grab this, come back here. Can you come out of the way? I wonder if we've just got an issue with... Come back here. I wonder if we've just got an issue with the pathfinding because of where these guys are standing, maybe. So come here. Oh, come here. Grab this. Bring it over here. Yeah, a little better now they're not standing in the way. Perfect. So you can go back to doing what you were doing, buddy. Whenever you're ready. So I think we'll get you to carry on doing this. We are going to have some issues soon when this grain runs out. So we've got a spare worker just hanging around over here. What have we got? 15 wheels. I might just put a hold on the wheels for a bit, I think. Let's leave it for a few seconds. How do we look for everything else? We're doing all right, I think. We could probably do with one person coming over here and collecting some stuff from here. Okay, build a barn. So a barn is kind of like like our base, but on a smaller scale. So a barn can hold a certain number of objects or items, and that's pretty much it. I have no idea where we're going to put this barn. Nowhere seems perfect. Okay, we'll put it over here. Perfect. So we've got a barn. Build a chute. Chutes can be used to roll resources downhill into buildings. Open the chute menu. Note, use scaffold, blocks, and ramps to build over uneven terrain. By default, chutes will automatically connect. Hit tab, then R to rotate. One thing I don't know how to do, and I'll show you this with blocks, is that if I build a block here and build a block here, I don't know how to... Oh, there we go. Perfect. So we can make a ramp right there. I do know how to do it. That's a massive lie. So what I'm thinking is if we go to this and remove these. Now this is uphill. As you can see, this here is uphill. So I'm thinking if I remove that, but have one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. Get these workers out of the way any second. You come. Oh God, look what's happened to our little grain thing. Okay, our wagon even, that's the word. Right, okay, so this is our chute, this is our scaffold. If I go into paths and choose chutes, we can then do this. We don't have enough wood. Okay, so what I'm going to quickly do is stop you going there. Let's get you coming back over here and have you taking wood here. Oh, come on. Right. I want you just coming here, getting rid of that. And then I'd like you coming over here, I guess. Got a spare worker just hanging around doing nothing. Let's get you doing this, I guess. Grabbing wood and just putting it in there. You're not going to have any more wheels for the time being, so can we get you, I guess, grabbing wood and taking it to this place? Might be worth a while. Okay, so we're still trying to build up our little chute. So if we go back into paths, chute, we can get one here, one here, one here, and one here. Perfect. Now, what we can do here is we can build a ramp. Just spin that round a little bit. Let's get rid of these actually. Okay, so I needed to get rid of the chute first, and then we can get rid of the block. Down here, if we go to paths and just choose footpath, here we can put a little bit down, and now where our wagon is currently doing this job, we can say to one of these guys that we just got, who we got? We got this guy waiting to deliver logs, so let's choose you. Let's choose you and say, oh, come on, let's choose you and say, come over here. Come over here. Stop doing stuff. Right. I want you to come in here, grab this, and put it on here. So now hopefully what we should see is him not pay any attention to us whatsoever. He's walking around here again because these two guys are in the way. Okay. We're going to do something I wouldn't normally do. We're going to go into terrain and remove resources and just remove that there. Okay, perfect. So this dude is having a bit of trouble getting around, but kind of hopeful. And this is because we're full of grain and we're full of everything else. So these guys are walking around, and now what you're seeing is this fella. Can you possibly come over here for a second? You. Where is he going? Okay, what if let's let him drop this one off. What if I said over here we want a ramp? So I can press tab to bring up a ramp. I can spin this round with R and then go back into paths and choose a footpath, put this here. I'm then going to quickly remove this footpath, remove this ramp, and hopefully now he's just going to be able to come to this thing. So now this fella's just going to come in here, grab some grain and drop the grain on here, and as you can see the grain rolls down to here. So now we can stop this wagon and hopefully these dudes can get back to doing what they were doing. So I want you coming... Oh, what is happening? No, I want you coming over here. Oh, come on. Coming over here, grabbing this, going back there. Okay. Where are you going, mate? Okay. So these guys are doing what they're doing. As you can see, we're full of grain because the grain has no other way of getting anywhere because of this. But this is pretty cool because it gives us the opportunity to send items to and from a location without having to do anything. We can literally just pop it on a thing and it goes, which means we can then start getting rid of people who are having to do this walk. So one of the things we're probably going to need is grain going back over here because we're going to run out of grain here. We can also start putting grain in the barn and then sending it over here. All sorts of items and options we've got. We need to build a school. So if I go to buildings and school, 60 gold, 20 stone and some other stuff. So the school I think we're going to, I guess, put over here because I don't really know what to do with it. What do you think? We could put it over this way. There's too many resources in the way at this moment in time. Okay, I'm going to put the school over here. Now we've got a new recipe, a lumber mill. We can make paper. Now the school will do research for us. So for us to research farming, we're going to need some grain being delivered. We're also going to need some paper, or books, or enchanted books, I think is how this works. So what we could do with is some workers. You can see the grain is beginning to run out over there. I think I'm going to get you to come over here, buddy, and drop that off over this way. So the good news is they can walk through that. But what we're going to say to you is drop that off over here. And then come over here. Oh, come over here. And why is it so difficult? Drop this off here. Good work. Then I want you to come over here, grab this, and bring it back to the school. That's your whole job, is to do that. Now, what we also need, as you can see, we're starting to get this, is paper. So if we go into our buildings, we're going to choose another lumber mill. Now, lumber mills can do some stuff. Lumber mills can make paper. Now, I think if we look over here, where we've got a level edge which reaches the ground, we can put a lumber mill down here and it will automatically collect water. If we put it over here, we're going to need someone going over, picking up water and bringing it to the lumber mill. Now, we also need some trees. So we could potentially put it over here and have water being shipped over with a chute. We could think about lowering the floor. It is expensive, but it might not be a bad option here. That is not what I meant to do. You know, doing something like this might not be a... Oh, look how much money we've spent already. Jeez, maybe this is a bad option. Okay. That's pretty much all of our money gone, but hopefully now I don't think I can afford a lumber mill. I can, right? We can spin this round and it's going to be getting water. Now, we're going to have to get a worker or 2 workers, which means we're going to need more houses. These houses are particularly happy at the moment, but we're going to need to come in here and say buildings, houses. Where else can we put a house which is going to still be in range of this? Just out of range here. Can't build here. Could build over here, but that's going to be in the way of a chute. What about over here somewhere? Again, we're kind of clutching at straws a little bit to find locations to put this. I could get rid of this path, and I think I will. So if I go into paths, footpaths, we can remove this. Because we haven't got any resources coming down this way, I think we'll remove these as well. And then we'll go back into buildings and houses. You can see how slow our people have got at walking. And then I'm just going to quickly footpath, get you back in here, I think. Okay, nice. So we've got our house in. We can quickly upgrade this as well, which I think is going to be worthwhile doing. Then we can come back over here and we can say, right, workers. We want 1, 2 workers at the very least. We want you coming over here, collecting this and bringing it back. And we want you coming here. Oh, hold on. We want to change this to paper. So for paper, we need water, which is just filled up because we are connected to the shore here. We need planks, which or wood, which we're getting and turning into planks. And then we're making paper. And we want you to come and grab the paper, bring it to the school. So the school is now getting grain and is now getting paper as well. So hopefully what we're seeing now is we are doing our research into farming. I think. Do we actually need books? Oh, hold on. There's a way of, I think if we press R, we can see. Oh, here we go. This is what we meant to look at. Look, we can see that we are now doing farming research because we are getting the resources that we need, which is paper and grain. So these guys are going about their business. There's a couple of things we could do here. We could put a chute in, and I think we'll do that just to show off a bit more of the chute mechanics, because my favourite part of this game is the chutes. So now what we can say to this dude, hopefully, is you stop doing anything, come and grab some wood and put it there. So now what we're going to see is him hopefully grab some wood, put it on the chute. It's going to roll down the hill into the school. Sorry, into the lumber mill. Now the problem we've got is we can't send items uphill. We need conveyor belts to do that. So if I wanted, hence the reason why we've got this little wooden platform here, is to keep this all at the same height. If we didn't have this, we wouldn't be able to send items to and from. As you can see, our grain is about to run out. So I think what we're actually going to need to do is run our grain down here and into our farm. Now, one of the things I want to do is stop you from doing anything right now. Thank you. So what we could do in the short term, I don't think we can do this here. I don't think we can say to you, come here and collect this, then go over here. I don't think that works because you can't pick up unrefined resources or raw resources. I think it has to be resources that have been through something. So what we could potentially do is we could potentially get our grain and run it down here and into here. Now my concern with this is that we are then going to be cutting off a huge number of paths, but I don't think we've got a huge choice other than doing that because of the grain usage. We can press R and see that we're almost finishing farming, And what that will mean is we can potentially put some farms down and start getting some other items that we need. Our barn doesn't really have anything in. What about this? We've got logs, we've got stone, we've got all sorts of other stuff. We have completed our research. So if I press R right about now, we can see that we can now... Oh, we haven't completed our research at all. Why are you lying to me? Medicine, machineries, all sorts of stuff. But I think we need to keep going on research before we can build farms. Is that right? But we can potentially build a pasture. So we need stone. We need water for this. We're going to need some planks of wood. We're going to need all sorts of stuff. Now, I could put these here and know that they'll get water. I could put them over here, and that might not be a horrendous option to start moving out our little items. So I think we're going to put one here and another one here. Okay, so what these can do, these can either create wool or leather, and part of that byproduct is fertilizer for both, and then we've got the items we need. So I'm going to have one doing leather, one doing wool. Perfect. Okay, so we need, if we want, we need another house. And again, finding somewhere for it that reaches is a bit of a struggle. What we could do is come in here, footpath, remove this, and I think this will give us just enough room to get a house in. Now my concern with this is this path becomes very narrow for transporting goods, and as you can see we haven't really got any other way of getting goods there. You know, if there's two wagons trying to get through here, it's going to be tweet. It's going to be real tweet. Okay, so what do you need? You need to do this. You need animal feed. You need water, which you should have, and then you produce leather and fertilizer. So, what do we need to do this? First things first, let's check our farming is done. So if we quickly go back over here and go to our school to start researching something else, we need different items. So if I said forestry, what do we need? We need paper, wood, and this. So what we could potentially do now for the short term is say you stop grabbing that, grab this, take it here. Can you put that somewhere, buddy? No? Can you come over here and put it over here for the time being? Would that work? Okay, so we now know that our grain has run out. So short term, I'm going to say to these guys, come and stand over here. Because we need to do something about getting grain over. I'd like you to come back over here, and I'd like you to come over here. So we could avoid the grain milk entirely, and we can just have them transporting food over here the same way as we always did. We could say to them, just grab it and take it over here by hand. You know, we've got 3 people doing it, but we could also build a chute. And I think short term, a chute is the option. So let's go into this and say chutes. From here, let's have you come down this way. Oh, I could have you go round the back maybe. It's going to get in the way of this little dude. I don't think this is enough room for us to have him walk underneath. Let's have a little... Should we try it? Let's try it. So if we went to scaffold block and put one here. Yeah, it's not going to be enough for us to allow him to walk under, I don't think. I don't think half a block is the ideal height. If we go back to him, I think he's going to struggle to, yeah, he's going to have to walk. Oh, maybe he can. Hold on then. Let's try and path shoot. Let's just get some chutes over here. See if he walks all the way around or if he... Okay, cool. So we can actually walk around it. That's pretty cool. Let's get rid of you. Let's have you... Okay, blocks. let's put you here and you here. And then I think we'll have a ramp coming this way. Like so. We probably want to put... I don't think I can now put a block underneath it. Oh, I can. Okay, nice. And then I think I can go back to chutes. So you come here, and then come across here. Right. So now what we should be able to do is say you three, come here, grab this, take... Grab this, take... Right. Grab this, take it here. You grab this, take it here. Now, one thing I have noticed at times, they tend to get in each other's way and cause each other problems. But as you can see, our grain is now rolling down here. I love this little animation, and the little process is so cool. Now we're getting grain back to our grain mill again. Perfect. Okay, you, what were we having you doing? So if I press R, this is doing nothing at the moment, maybe because I didn't choose it. You, I want you coming here, picking up logs, bringing them here. Is that better? There we go. So we're now getting this. Perfect. But we haven't done anything with this stuff over here. But I think what we're going to do is put a cut in the video. And you guys will have to let us know what you think. If you want to see more of this, please let us know. If you've seen enough, then let us know. If you like the look of it and you're interested in it, please go and check out the Steam. The link will be in the description below. Also, the link to the Discord will be below. If you like the look of it, please add it to your wish list, because it just gives Eric, the developer, an idea of how many people are behind the game, want to see more of the game. Check out the Discord if you want to chat to the developer or anyone else about the community and get an idea of it. There's lots more to come from this game. I've got massive hopes for it. I think it's going to be really good. It is extremely early alpha, but as you can see, the gameplay mechanics are there. You know, a lot of it is there. Yes, there's stuff to build. Eric did say that as you get into the later game, it becomes harder and harder to keep on top of things because, you know, there's just some of that stuff hasn't been finished yet. But please go and check this out. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button, subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter at ScottDogGaming, and we will see you again soon. Thank you.